All right, so we actually have somebody that's asking us a question, Drew, and it's actually a very, very good question. So I'm going to put it up for you, and it's going to be hard to answer, but I need your best response. So who is a better quarterback between Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow?
I was thinking about it while I was talking, so I kept stumbling on my words.
The question, by the way.
What?
I was telling the person, thank you for the question.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Hank. Yeah. I know that from the Backseat podcast, actually, they had a similar question, or they asked it themselves, but I got to go with Joe Burrow. I love Justin Herbert. I think he's ideally what you look for in a quarterback, but I just think Joe Burrow has been a winner for a long time. I mean, he wins. Even if he throws 4 picks, he never gives up. And I'm not saying Herbert does, but I mean, you look at the Bengals, the way they started and now what they are right now, and the Chargers have kind of been the same team all year. They win games and then they lose a random one, and then they win it and then they lose it. And it's just like, we're talking about, we don't know what's up with their defense. And yeah, you can give credit to the Bengals defense. I mean, they're doing a great job. And I think right now they're the team to beat in the AFC North right now. But at the same time, like, Joe Burrow had some injuries, had some struggles. He's without Jamar Chase, yet they're still just absolutely unloading the ball. Justin Herbert, I feel like he still hasn't hit what Joe Burrow hit. I mean, we've seen Joe Burrow in the Super Bowl now, and like, by all means, the Bengals had no business being in that Super Bowl, but they were just, for some reason, just on this hot streak. And now Joe Burrow has gotten to that level, and I would say he has surpassed that level from last year. So I'm going to go with Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is the better quarterback of the two. I would say if I'm going to have Joe Burrow ahead of him, Herbert is right behind him. If I had a ranking. So.
I mean, they're very close. If you had either one of these quarterbacks on your team, let's say for your franchise, you're set. You just build around them and you'll be okay. But as of right now, I'd agree. I think it's Joe Burrow right now for the same things that you said. In his rookie season, he has his ACL torn. Second year comes back from a torn ACL. And yes, maybe it was luck. I think it was just his moxie. He was able to get his team to the Super Bowl. And I don't ever see analysts comparing like Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow, like this question, which thank you again for it. But I have now been seeing, is Justin Herbert or Tua better? And if I'm not mistaken, all 3 of these quarterbacks were in the same draft class, and Joe Burrow was taken one, which means that Joe Burrow, by all accounts, was perceived better than even Tua and Justin. And, not to say that it's a hit on Justin Herbert per se, but Tua is being, kind of penalized for, not having a strong arm and all this stuff. And in my opinion, to be compared to Tua, I don't want to say is disrespectful, but it kind of knocks you down a peg a little bit. And Joe Burrow, by all accounts, is like MVP caliber, like probably on a lot of people's lists. He's probably an MVP on a lot of them, just because the Bengals are a team that just seems to find a way to win. A lot of it is to Joe Burrow and, his will to win. And I'm not necessarily saying that we don't see that from Justin Herbert yet, but I think that there's definitely difference between the two. Like, we don't have discussions about Joe Burrow if he's better than this quarterback. People just know that Joe Burrow is that guy, and Justin Herbert just keeps always getting questioned. Is he going to live up to the hype of the potential? That's in my opinion. But for right now, I'm saying Joe Burrow would be the quarterback who I say today is better. Now, that doesn't mean to say that Justin Herbert won't be better in the future, because an argument could be made he's got better arm talent, but talent doesn't always beat just the overall best. Like Tom Brady, for example, is the best quarterback hands down, but he's not the most talented. Manning arguably.
To be honest, he's never been the most talented. I mean, it was either Aaron Rodgers was there or Patrick Mahomes came in. I mean, those are arguably the best arm talents we've ever seen.
Right. All the times between Tom Brady and Peyton Manning back in the day, nobody was arguing that they didn't want Peyton Manning on the team, but Tom Brady was just that winner. Like, he came away with the Super Bowl. So, if if people were to be given the choice between Brady and Manning with no accolades, people would have probably gone Manning because of the mechanics, his talent. But if everyone just kind of saw it from the end, then people would say Tom Brady, but no one saw Tom Brady for talent. They just knew that he was a winner. And that's kind of like this debate right here. So that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I would. And to back up my boy, Peyton Manning, he was never the best talent. He was just always he was just smart. And that's why him and Brady were so great for so many years. They were never the best. I mean, Peyton Manning was very accurate. Tom Brady was very accurate. They never had the strongest arm. That was always, when Peyton Manning was there, it was Brett Favre who had the best arm. And then Aaron Rodgers came and Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen right now and stuff like that. Like, these guys all had stronger arms, but the reason that, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, these guys were so good for so many years was it was up here. They were smarter than most of the people on the field. So